Hey, this is Nick from Income Digs. Welcome to this video tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you a really cool tool in Microsoft Excel that's specifically going to help you understand your loan repayment plan. All right, so what I'm going to show you is a tool I created for myself where I have various loans and mortgages for different investments with minimum monthly payments, meaning that's the amount I have to pay every month. And what that does is it gives you a payoff schedule, right? And 30-year, 25-year, 20-year, 10, whatever the case might be, all right? And for me and my business, I'm always interested in, if I shot a few extra bucks toward my mortgages, could I pay them off faster? And if I could pay them off faster, how much faster and how much interest am I going to save? So I've created a tool to help me and my business do that. And I'm going to show you how to use that exact tool today for your own business and your loans. And what's really great is this whole file is downloadable and it's accessible to you for free. All right, so I'm going to give you a tutorial how I'm going to do it with some sample data, show you how the tool works, and then I encourage you to try it out with your own loans as well. All right, so getting into the tool, we're starting with our loan info sheet here. I want you to start with the balance date, and this is probably today's date, so there's a formula in there equals today's date, but you can of course change that if you want to. And then put in your birthday. And the reason I want you to put in your birthday is because this is going to calculate your age at loan payoff, okay? So I'm going to put in my birthday right there. And then just start adding your loans to this section here in yellow. All right, so just put in like the property, for example, 123 Main Street, and I have a balance of $138,750. Now, put in the balance as of today, okay? Not the original balance of the loan. We're doing this as of today's date. Put in the interest rate. Put in the minimum monthly payment. All right. And then the tool is going to start doing some calculating. And notice interest per day. That's going to calculate for you. And this is in here because it actually started when I was paying back my student loans. I got really obsessed with the fact that your lender is actually calculating and charging you interest every single day, right? And I found that to be a really cool indicator where the more I pay off my loans, the lower that interest per day is and like the less in debt I'm getting every single day. So I like to show that and calculate it. So put in all your other info here. I'm actually going to go and grab, copy and paste some data that I have. That way you don't have to watch me just enter it. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do a paste special for my values. Okay, so I put in all my loan info there, right? And then the next thing you have to do is put in the yellow box here. Just put in the minimum monthly payment, this amount here. And you might need to round up just a cent or something like that, but let's just, yeah, I'm just gonna round up by a cent. Okay, and so what you are doing here is you're saying, give yourself a starting point that if you pay about the exact monthly payment, it's going to show you your duration of repayment. So in my case, I have 20 years, 20.7 years. I'm going to be 52 years old by the time I pay off my loans, all right? Now the total interest I pay is $495,000, okay? That's if I just pay the minimum. But the value of the tool, the cool part of the tool, is we're going to be using what's called the avalanche or the snowball strategy, where if you can pay a little bit more each month to your loans in general, targeting the highest interest loan first, how much faster can you pay off your loans, all right? And this whole tool calculates that for you. So notice this order of repayment over here. And notice that it's not in the same order as the properties that I entered over here. The reason for that is that the system here, the tool, is going to automatically order these by interest rate. Okay, so for example, this 11 Elm has an interest rate of 6.5%, so that one's going up top. And then, let's see, 123 Main Street has 5.5%, that goes second. So it's showing you the sequence of which you're going to apply what we're going to call your snowball payment, all right? And again, how that works is this planned monthly payment. What if I were to increase my monthly payment? So right now I'm paying $54.23 per month. That's my minimum monthly payment. If I increase that to $6,000, okay, that's $576 more. What the tool is going to do is going to say, take that $576 and pay it toward the principal of my highest interest loan, which in this case happens to be 11 Elm, until it's paid off. Once that's paid off, now I have extra money to go towards 123 Main, and then 789 Oak, etc., etc. All right, and I'm able to pay those off faster. So now if I were to look at my comparison down here, instead of paying off in October of 2040, I'm going to be paid off in May of 2037. It's going to save me about 3 years. I'm going to be 49 instead of 52. And what's great down here, the total interest paid goes from 495,000 to 393,000. So I'm saving $101,000 over the course of just 3 years difference, right? But of course, that means you're paying $576 more per month, okay? So that's the first part of it, which is really helpful, but there's some other really cool tools or supplemental tools within this, this Excel sheet. So the first is this snapshot. And what the snapshot is doing is it gives you the ability to select a balance date, and you're going to kind of fast forward in time to a certain period of your life, a month and a year and your age, and this will automatically update based on your date of birth, okay? So you can put in like, all right, at the end of 2025, me personally, I'm going to be 37 years old. If I click that, where does my loan look like, right? So what does it look like? So 11 Elm is paid off, and notice that my planned monthly payment doesn't change. I'm paying $6,000 no matter what. Even when I pay off Elm, I'm still paying $6,000 per month. That means my snowball payment has increased to $981. That's all going to go toward 123 Main Street. So what this whole thing is showing us is that as of December of 2025, I'm paying all my minimums on my lower interest loans. But on my highest interest loan at the time, I'm paying my minimum plus my snowball payment of $981.28. All right? If I fast forward in time a little bit further, okay, so that was 37 years old. Let's say that maybe it's like 42 years old, July of 2030. All right, well, in that case, I'm still paying off the same one. Nothing's actually changed there, so that's all right. A lot of things happen fast as you start paying some of these off. All right, and still nothing, so let's just go a little bit further here. Let's go to when I'm 46, okay? So February of 2035, you can see that all 4 of these are paid off. I'm still paying $6,000 a month, but I'm applying that extra principal to 22 Spruce now. And here it accelerates, right? It goes super fast as you're still paying the same amount, right? But you're just paying it so much faster, all right? So you can play around with that snapshot. And then the other thing that I have in here, if you're interested in like how all the numbers work, is this payment schedule. So the payment schedule, there's a lot here and you can certainly zoom it in, but it's pretty much telling you where your loan is and then all the info about it. And it's showing you your minimum monthly payments, your balance after payments, and you can even put in additional payments here. If you wanted to play around and say, in addition to that $6,000 per month, I'm also going to be adding another, $400 or something, the whole thing will still update. Now, $400 in 1 month is not that much, but you can play around with that if you want to. And then lastly, I have a payoff chart here, okay? And this shows me my white line is my minimum monthly payment line, and then the Income Digs plan is my revised plan. This is showing me my total loan balance over time. So of course here I'm paying off in September of 2040, but with my new plan, I'm paying off in May of 2037. All right. So this whole tool really helps you to understand where you're going to be at with your loans. All right. So you can play around with this a little bit. So for example, take this loan info and play around with this planned monthly payment. So right now, my minimum is $54.23. But what if I was just like, what if I put an extra $200 toward it, right? So let's just say it's $5,600. All right, my snowball is only $176.16, but I'm still saving a year on a year of repayment, and I'm saving $38,000 in total interest paid. All right, so it's just $200 a month. You could just increase it to, let's go higher. Let's go $62.50, right? So a little bit more. I'm saving 4.5 years. So you can play around with this number to see where you're going to be at. All right. And actually, I'll tell you my favorite thing about this in Excel in general. Part of the reason, part of the reason I'm using Excel instead of Google Sheets is just a little bit more powerful. And we can use something called GoalSeek, all right? And if you haven't used GoalSeek, this is a perfect time to use it. What GoalSeek does is it does a bunch of scenarios where it's trying to find out what values get you to your goal. So for example, I'm currently 31 years old. If I said that I wanted to pay off all my loans by age 45, I want this number to be 45. I can keep playing around with this and get it closer, right? I can keep messing with it and getting it closer and closer. But Excel has this GoalSeek feature that works really well as well. So let's go to that. So that's Tools, GoalSeek. And basically what it's asking you is, what cell do you want to set? So in this case, I want to set this cell down here. I want this one to be changed. I want it to equal 45. And I want to get there by changing this cell here. All right? And when you set those parameters, click OK, you're going to see Excel start running through a bunch of scenarios, and it's going to eventually find the answer. All right, so I click that and notice it's kind of messing around with trying to find it, and then once it does, it stops. You can click OK, and what it's telling you is that in order to pay off your loans by age 45, meaning we're saving 7 years of loan repayment, that means your monthly payment would have to be $7,075, okay? And of course, if I do that, I'm saving $200,000 in interest. All looks good. Whether or not you can afford that, that's something for you to work on. But the tool will kind of give you those answers so that you can make a plan for your loans. And I will say this works for every kind of loan, right? So if you have student loans or any other kind of loans, put those in here too if you want to. In fact, I created this tool for the very first time for my student loans, and now after those are paid off, I'm using it for mortgages and conventional loans for my real estate. All right. So as I mentioned, this is free for download. You can download it right here within YouTube within the video here. It's available at incomedigs.com as well. Try it out. We're locking a lot of the formulas just because there's a lot of complexity here. So if you have questions about it, feel free to email and we can help you out. But I want you to be able to use this, play with it a little bit, and hopefully it helps you with your business and your family to understand your repayment plan and hopefully get out of debt sooner. All right. Feel free to check out this and all the free resources and tools available at incomedigs.com. I'll see you on the next video.